5 ways to stay motivated. Motivation is something all of us need, whether it be in the form of a reward or in the form of encouragement. Every little bit of it can serve as extra fuel to the drive of chasing an ambition. We're all motivated by different things. Understanding and leveraging what fuels our drive can either make us or break us. The purpose of our motivation is unique to one another. Therefore, it's best that we have a goal that best resonates to us. Furthermore, we never forget about it. The bigger the self-understanding, the more effective your efforts will be, and the greater the result. Achieving goals is seldom easy. However, staying on track while working on them is pretty difficult, as our spirits and drives tend to weaken whenever things get repetitive or don't happen as fast as we expect them to. Therefore, knowing how to stay motivated is very important when it comes to getting what we want in the long term. Furthermore, in a world where distractions are more abundant than infrastructures, it is very easy to lose focus, drive, and productivity. The most successful people on the planet remain afloat by always being motivated and continuously working towards their goals, whether they are in the mood or not. Though there are tasks they may not like to do, they find the strength and motivation to complete them regardless, for they recognize that each task is a step towards achieving their goal. Personal motivation is undoubtedly the key to succeeding in almost all aspects of life. Being unmotivated leads to extreme laziness and neglect of personal and professional goals. At times, even the most determined people lose motivation. Here are 5 ways we constantly stay motivated, and hopefully they can help you as well. Keeping long-term and short-term goals. Everyone should have long-term and short-term goals, for they give you something to work towards, provide motivation, and ensures that you must fulfill an objective. Long-term goals serve as objectives, whereas short-term goals simply serve as trackers. Having them written down and visible to you every morning tends to keep one constantly motivated and focused on crossing each goal off the list. Furthermore, setting clearly defined goals will help you monitor your advancement and keep you accountable to your success. Stop procrastinating. Procrastination breeds laziness, which slowly leads to abandon, followed by failure. Besides being stagnant, procrastination doesn't lead to anything. Stop making excuses and wasting time trying to understand everything and processing why you haven't started yet. You should instead try to spot the reason for the delay and get to work as soon as possible. The best way to begin something is to take action immediately. If one fails, try another one. Just because you may be doing everything right and the results are slowly coming in doesn't mean that your current approach is guaranteed to bring you success. Often, you can find tweaks, tips, and tricks that can be added to your current approach to make it better, thus changing your experience and opening up new possibilities. Furthermore, whenever an obstacle presents itself, you should try to fight through it with a specific strategy. However, if that approach doesn't produce the results expected, switch it up instead of giving up. Build a business around your why. When you do something you're passionate about, it isn't too hard to find the motivation needed to succeed. Not only will your why become the fuel to your drive, it will also be the reason for why you wake up earlier than everyone and go to bed after everyone. If you are involved in something that bores you or that you have no interest in, it will be very difficult for you to go within and find the motivation whenever you need it, because it isn't what your heart seeks. One thing to always keep in mind is that nothing remains the same. Therefore, your passions can also change, and if that were to happen, it's important that you embrace the change and welcome the new challenges it may bring. Stay in the zone. If you haven't already, you should learn how to get rid of distractions. Set away time for play and manage your commitments accordingly. Your best and most productive work is typically accomplished when you are in the zone. You should ask yourself how to create the ideal environment for your best productivity and keep at it until you're done. Typically, tapping into the zone requires you to focus your mind for at least half an hour on the subject at hand. As time passes, a flow is slowly being developed. The flow gradually becomes a current, which turns into an ocean. The movement when the feeling of time vanishes and you basically get lost in your work. Remember, the most successful people on the planet remain afloat by always being motivated and continuously working towards their goals, whether they are in the mood or not. Though there are tasks they may not like to do, they find the strength and motivation to complete them regardless, for they recognize that each task is a step towards achieving their goal. The end. Thank you.